Fisherman, Aqua Duelist here, and today I'm giving you guys an update to my giant Ballpark deck. I finally got all my stuff from Burst Destiny in really recently, so a couple cards out of there that went into this deck, so, might as well do an update. Love this deck, just been playing it for years. If you guys aren't subscribed, go ahead and harpoon that subscribe button, really helps the channel out. We're going to go ahead and jump into this deck. So, first off, 3 copies of Shiny Black Sea Squatter here, and then 3 copies of Insect Knight. Still playing 6 vanillas. I know the deck's got more recyclability now, but honestly, it's still just best to play 6. I know a lot of people are kind of like, we can play 3 now. Don't, because it's not as good. I played 3 for quite a while, like last year, and it wasn't really that great. It basically hinders the recycling for you, the recycling you have to do, rather than recycling all your really good non-effect insects, or I'm sorry, your really good effect monster insects. You're basically forced to just recycle your non-effect monsters or non-effect insects. Just more and more, so it just makes recycling tight, and I don't like it. 6 is the way to go still, I believe. For effect monsters, insects, 3 copies of Resident Insect, card stupidly good, best card in the deck. Now once per turn, if it leaves the field, you get to add a level 5 or higher insect. Honestly, with the Bee Troopers, the last 2 sets, it's just become much easier to loop this card, so it's really awesome. And then if it's banished, get Foolish Barrel and Insect accept itself. So yeah, that's really good. Now, next up, 3 copies of Gokipole. This card's really good still. Basically, if it just goes to grave, like, at all, you get to add a level 4 Insect from deck to hand. If it's a vanilla, summon and pop. Both effects are simultaneous, so yeah. Doesn't target, so that's always really nice. Some people are just like, they don't understand that still for some reason. But yeah, play 3 of these just because you want to, essentially, if you don't see Resonant Insect, you want to see this, essentially, in your opening hand. You like one of the 2. They're both pretty good, so yeah. I know someone got a little pissy that I was playing 3, but whatever. Fuck off. Playing 2 copies of Scale Bomber here. It's a nice extender. I did end up cutting the Mothman's, and it's kind of like, it's weird because I regret it but don't, in a way. Because Mothman's were always just kind of like, they had that RNG factor into them, and there's times where my opponent essentially hits the Mothman and it costs me the game, and it sucks, but I know Scale Bomber's level 3. I mean, we just use it as an extender, really, so, and, just kind of link it off, so it's kind of, it sucks that we do lose, the ability to make rank 4s more, but this I just found is a lot better, even though we don't get that draw like we did with Mothman, it's still good. What's really nice, though, is the fact that this thing is basically like a Ghost Ogre, so yeah, that's really nice. It doesn't come up too often just because in this deck we're not trying to do like control, we're trying to OTK, and just that's what we want to do, OTK and win. So the fact that it's a guarantee extender is better than Mothman. 1 copy of this guy, I just call him Heavy Bee Trooper. He basically recycles our banished insects. We shuffle 3 banished insects in the deck, special summon him. 3k, he's basically just kind of like an extender, really nice beat stick. I love the fact that, we're able to recycle our banished insects, which I feel has been kind of an issue. We've really kind of needed a way to do that for quite a while. So this is just like perfect for the deck, honestly. Just 1. It's really all you need. And then 1 copy of Doom Dozer still. He's still good. And I dropped as Tekapede for B Trooper Assault Roller here. He's better than as Tekapede, basically. So this guy gains 200 attack for each insight you control except him. So, like you have him and then Ballpark on the field. You Ballpark kicks off, he becomes, was it 22, so that's not bad. But if basically he gets destroyed, you get to add a B Trooper. I think it's like you add a B Trooper monster. Can't remember exactly. Double check here. Yeah, so if it gets destroyed by battle, you add a B Trooper monster from deck to hand. Just couldn't remember the exact wording on that. I just want to make sure I got it right. Haven't been using, this card's really new, so I just want to make sure I say it right. So now that's it for those. I do play a couple more insects. I do play the kaiju still, 2 Kumungus, and I'm still playing 2 Gardala. I still feel like that this is just the correct ratio. I know some people like to play 5 kaijus. Some people like to do like 2 and 2 with like a Gamma Seal, or some people like to do like 2-1 with a Gamma Seal. I still just think this is like just the correct ratio for your kaijus. 5 I found was just too many. I actually hated having Gamma Seal because I couldn't recycle it at all. So it was just kind of like you use the Gamma Seal once and it's kind of dead, and I hated that. So I think this is just the best way for kaijus, or best ratio for them still. Next up, playing 3 copies of, I'm still calling it Zoo King Alpha, honestly. It's Alpha, the Master of Beasts here, but I like its OCG name better. I don't know why. Still really good. If your opponent has more attack, special summon this, and then you can bounce one back, or bounce him and monster prone controls back to the hand. So, just this card's really freaking good, because you can like bounce kaiju that you summon to your opponent. There's times where I just use him as an extender, just because essentially if I combo, I'll be popping the kaiju off of Goku Pole. So just having that 3k body is really nice. So yeah, like he's got more uses than people really kind of think, honestly, because like I said, half the time I like to just use him as an extender, but really good, really awesome card. Still love it. Never considered, just basically moving it to the side. It's just too good, I feel, for this deck. I have sided him out for like game matchups where I'm playing against like back row decks. Basically what I mean is I never considered removing him from the main and just putting him straight inside. That's what I meant. Next up, 3 copies of Parallel Exceed. Still just the best extender for this deck, honestly. You can basically, Resonant Insect, link into Almirage, drop this. You can do the same thing if you have like a vanilla in hand, go into Link Spider, drop the Parallax Seeds. So you get some use out of your, vanillas if you open them. So yeah. That's it for the monsters. Love the lineup, monsters I have. I know it's pretty high though, but the deck works. If it wasn't good, I wouldn't be topping at locals like always. And if I'm not topping, I'm getting booted down to 4th place because of literally just who played against who. That's literally the only reason why. So, for spells, 3 copies of Giant Ballpark. Heart and Soul of the deck. If you still don't know what this does, or you're like some of the people at locals who just constantly forget, like every few locals, what the hell this card does, basically during battle, you can make it to where if any player would take battle damage, you basically make it to where no one does, and then you send a insect from the deck to grave, level 4. If it's, obviously one of your vanillas, you just special summon 3 of them from hand, field, or deck. So yeah, you basically just swarm the field with vanillas and OTK. You know, some real unga bunga crap right there. Second effect doesn't ever come up. I'm not really going to go over it. 3 copies of Lightning Storm. Open this, you just Lightning Storm your opponent, you know, break their boards and shit. 3 copies of Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. Basically Dark Hole 2.0. Each get a Kaiju. Unga Bunga. It's, not really much to say. You know, you banish from the grave, set turn of ascent, get a Kaiju. You can keep recycling your Kaiju, so this card's always live, which is nice. Play 1 Terraforming, 1 Gold Sarcophagus, basically 4th copy of Goki Pole. Foolish Burial, basically a 5th copy of Goki Pole. And then 1 Double or Nothing, because Utopia Double still just wins games. People are still stupid, and they'll leave that, Vertancon on the field, and you just OTA. So, for links, playing 2 copies of Insector Pycoflania. I know they're Japanese. If that's a problem, fuck you. I don't care. I got tired of looking at commons, knowing my locals gives 2 shits, so you know what? It is what it is. So, with this, it's basically Digester Emerald. If it gets link summoned, you can discard a card, and then you equip an insect from deck to another insect you control. The equipped insect gains 500, so yeah, you're basically just going to be discarding to equipping a resident insect, so that's really cool. Then you shuffle 3 insects back into from the grave back in the deck, draw 1. Like I said, it's literally just Digester Emerald, basically. 2 copies of Bee Trooper Armorhorn here. Gives you an additional normal summon of an insect. You're locked into insects while he's on the field. And if he's in the grave, you can banish 3 insects, special summon him, and when he leaves the field, you banish him. So, yeah. 1 copy of All Mirage, just really good for opening, resident insect. 1 copy of Link Spider. 1 IP Masquerena still. Still playing the BLS Link. He's literally, since we got, the B Trooper links here, this guy went from being Plan B to Plan C if I don't OTK, and, just something I can leave on the, essentially have, like, a boss-esque monster on the field. He's literally now Plan C. I've made him a few times since the B Trooper links came out, so, sometimes I wish I didn't have him and had, what's the card, Baguska, but there's, like, very few. I think there's only been, like, 2 times where I wish I had Baguska over him. So, yeah, he's basically, like I said, Plan C. 1 B Trooper Atlas here, basically just Insect Avermax, really good. So, if I can't make, if I know I can't make Avermax, I basically, will just go into this guy because he's really freaking good. And then, like I said, 1 copy Avermax. He's still kind of like our Plan A, sometimes Plan B. This guy's basically our Plan B, sometimes Plan A. They kind of flip-flop depending on the matchup and the card, basically what cards you have in hand. So, if you can't OTK, that is. So, yeah. It's crazy that this card, Man with IP, still just wins games. There's just decks that can't out it still, which I think is pretty insane. So, yeah. And then, for the XEs, still playing the full Utopia package here. The 1 double, the 1 Utopia, and then the 1 Utopia Lightning. I'm not gonna lie, the ulti on just regular Utopia looks so good still. Like, I just wasn't expecting it to look this good. Honestly, I think it's just best playing all 3 because you can essentially get the most out of it still. If I essentially draw the double or nothing, this isn't dead in the deck, extra deck. I can make this go into Lightning, or there's times where I strictly will need to go into Lightning. I'll end up making this, and then just save this for if I get the double or nothing. You still have people who they immediately see this, they just shotgun Ash, and you're just like, I didn't use the effect, but thanks for thanks for letting me know you have an Ash or like Effect Veiler in hand. It's pretty crazy how people still do that because they're afraid to get OTK'd. So yeah, pretty funny. So yeah, sometimes your opponent will give you just free information if you make the Utopia double. So yeah, and then if they do, you can just go into Lightning. So if they just Effect Veiler it, so yeah, just you get the most out if you play all three. One copy of Abyss Dweller, still really good. Just hurts, some decks. Um, and then one copy of Trap Trick Alamaris, because you kind of need it for like a combo or two. So yeah, it's just like outside of that, it does. You're not really gonna be using it except for like a few things. But yeah, still really good. Love it. Helps loop whatchamacallit, Resonant Insect a little bit, so yeah. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this deck profile. I hope y'all enjoyed it. If you didn't, then oh well, fuck off. I really don't give a shit. Hope everyone had a happy Thanksgiving, and if you like this video, go ahead, harpoon that like button. Don't forget to harpoon that subscribe button, guys. I mean, if you do, you get basically 2 videos a week to watch. That's pretty cool. I want to get to 400 subscribers by the end of the year. We're so close to being there. And link in the description down below to my Instagram if you want to follow me on there. And I will see y'all in the next video, guys.